Welcome back to the Mountains Podcast. I'm here today with my friends John and Pete.
What's up, guys? Hey.
Justin is not here with us today because... Do you want to have your snacks later?
Dude, I'm sorry. Restart.
No, we're gonna keep going.
Alright, wait. Give me like 3 seconds to open this bad boy.
Yeah, and then you're gonna eat them, and it'll be. Yeah,
that's
go
the
ahead.
point.
Dude, I like that you refer to it as a bad boy. That made my
Now we got ASMR. Ooh,
He's making noises I can too.
that bad boy. Go loud.
Okay. Pete's also our sound guy today. Thank you, Pete.
You're welcome.
Sound. I thought you just said song, and I was like, I did not make a song for this.
You sing "Push It to the Limit."
Push it to the limit.
Yeah, John's gonna make our song for this episode, right, John?
No, I'm just gonna do a cover of "Push It to the Limit."
No, thank you.
Good choice.
It's a good song.
In case you're wondering where Justin is, he is.
Pushing it to the limit.
No need to fear, he will be with us in the next episode. But in the meantime, I brought in 2 other white guys. So,
Nice.
yeah. Sick. Okay. So,
Basically, let's get right into it. Lifeguarding is not a real job.
It's not a real joke. Okay, firstly, if you're on the government's payroll, I hate you. You're the reason I can't have an iPad. like think about it. We hire so many lifeguards. They paid above minimum wage. That's my parents' property taxes. I don't get an iPad.
Imagine getting paid $9.50 for essentially tanning all day.
But not only that, it's not a personality trait.
Yeah.
Any conversation that starts with, "Oh, well, I was at X pool and I had to sit there," is a boring conversation. It's a boring sentence. Like you're gonna lose my attention instantly.
Yeah, I usually stop people before they get any further in conversation if they start off with yeah, I started lifeguard. No.
Wait, what if we just did another hour just shitting on lifeguarding?
Yeah. No, lifeguarding sucks. Man.
It's a hobby that my tax dollars pay for.
It should be privatized.
Privatize the pools.
They don't even do anything. I hear maybe 2 stories every year of one person making a save. Of some kid who just jumps in the pool because they can't swim.
Most of the time, they're just blowing their whistle at 2 people going down the slide at a time.
Or walking faster than the set pace.
No, what was it? Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy's hey, Lord,
You want to get? I'm kicking you out of this pool.
Pete, you're breaking all of the rules right now.
Dude, I'm enjoying myself, alright? I'm sorry, man. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to have fun. I didn't know this was Nazi Germany.
No, it's okay. Just keep doing that.
I'm doing my thing.
I'm just turning into Larry David.
We're just testing the sound equipment.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, we're
Sync it
back
up with
from
video.
pooping in Matt's bathtub.
Like a 2-minute segment. That's just kind
No, wait, that's just what we say when we come back from that break we took.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? We're back from pooping in Matt's bathtub.
So lifeguarding sucks. Am I right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get a real job. Work at a fast food restaurant.
Or a church.
Or a church.
Get into heaven for free. We already talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
I was driving in the car with my little brother, and he asked me what my favorite type of water was. And now I'm not on speaking terms with my brother anymore.
Dude, speaking of that, I was on the phone with my friend Cameron. He likes to call me a lot, and we'll go down a rabbit. We'll basically both be at our computer, reading Wikipedia pages, going down a rabbit hole, and giving information back and forth to each other. And I found out there's 18 different kinds of ice. So he just calls me out of the blue. And he's like, John, okay, you know how when ice expands from water? I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay, you know how there's that planet that like ice is under so much pressure, or the water's under so much pressure becomes ice? I'm like, sure. And then he was like, hey, so what if you had a weight and you were pressuring it and then water and then it expanded so it actually made the weight go up because there was so much pressure? I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. And then after an hour and a half of talking to him on speaker, I found out that there's 18 different kinds of ice, according to Wikipedia. There's a fun fact for you.
What if you offered the water marijuana and then kept on calling it a and then it turned to ice? Because of all the pressure. Don't laugh. That wasn't funny, dude.
Yes, that was. That was legitimately the dumbest thing I've heard all day.
Yeah.
You guys make this job so hard.
Alright, so this
Hey,
is
man,
the last
you
time I'm
didn't
going to
have-
be allowed at Matt's house, so catch you guys later.
You didn't have subjects. You just let us go.
Yeah, man, you didn't write anything
You didn't
down.
write anything down. There was nothing planned.
Also,
I didn't
I'm
think I
just
would have
finding
to.
out- I'm just finding out about the rules as we're going.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me the rules, okay? So I was just chilling, eating my Chex Mix. Says I'm breaking all the rules. Come on. You ever kill a bee with, like, spray?
Yeah.
That is, like, hard to wash. Like, I just feel like I wish I could, like, kill it instantly, but I just watch them, like, twitch on the ground. It's really...
You know, if I had if I was in a room with a bee and Adolf Hitler and I had 2 bullets, I'd shoot Adolf Hitler twice because I'd kill the bee with my hands.
Are you the type of person... Were you the kid who, like, ripped wings off of bees?
No, I was, dude. I was so sweet as a child. Dude, I never wanted to. Like, my dad's like, "Oh, you want to go hunting?" I'm like, "No, I couldn't do that."
I was at my friend's house, and his father thought it was time to make the executive decision that it was time for me to kill my first animal. So he was, like, in the backyard with a squirrel caught in a trap and a bucket of water, and he's like, "Drown it." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Kill it now, drown it." I was like, "I don't want to do that."
Wait a minute. Who does that? I know people that go hunting. They like cut the thing like its throat so it like dies painlessly.
No, he just had me drown a squirrel. He's like, "I'm tired of these friggin' squirrels in my backyard eating my plants.
That's
drown it, Peter." And I was like, "Dude, I just came over here for like dinner."
You know how there are those like events that like kind of shape the person you become?
Yeah.
That dad definitely made one of them happen.
Yeah. No, I sent me down on a bad path. I'm killing large dogs now.
I broke into an animal shelter.
And I know my first person's gonna be pretty soon.
That makes sense. What's your first memory?
Jumping on the couch while my sister's friends were over, telling them that I was turning 3. Like the next day. It's a weird memory.
Yeah.
But that's my first memory.
What about you, Matt?
The womb, dude.
You remember that? You were in there?
Floating
Shot.
around,
Shut.
all dark and cozy.
It's probably like a warm bath. Except you didn't have to eat food or breathe. It's just kind of chill.
Yeah, that is pretty chill. I want to be a fish. You know?
No.
When I get reincarnated, I just want to be a fish.
I watch the Nature Channel whenever I'm at the dentist because that's what they have on the TV. And being a fish looks rough.
I mean, I guess today, in today's climate.
Well, no,
there's a
not
lot of
always. Because
trash.
like being a fish, just like you gotta live in a swarm, and then a shark will come by and take like 30 of you. And then you die when you reproduce in like so many of like the fish
I
species.
didn't say what type of fish. I could say I wanted to be a shark.
Oh yeah, sharks are fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you literally like don't those ones they die when they don't swim. They can't stop.
They just have to have water moving over their gills. They can.
Yeah, so they die at 20.
I mean, I think that's a pretty standard age for a shark to live.
Yeah, no, I think it is.
That's okay. I'll just be reincarnated as like a cow or something if I'm good.
Dude, I think you're working at the wrong
Wrong religious
religious
building.
Yeah.
I need to go to my temple.
Oh, dude.
Do you have a dog?
No.
That's the neighbor.
Yeah, that's my neighbor. They're...
Are they in your yard right now? We're leaving this in. They're
Yeah,
just staying in here.
No, my neighbors are out of town, and that's they live across the street.
So the dog escaped, and the dog sitter is upset.
That's correct.
That's never happened to me. I'm usually pretty good with dogs. Every dog I've sat on
Has never
loved
escaped.
me.
So earlier this week, I was driving down a residential street, and I heard like a rock hit my car, and I was like, "Dang it, no!" And I looked to my right, and the mirror, my right side mirror, was just like shattered and bent out of place, and I was like, "Man, you know what? This is gonna set me back a little bit." And thank goodness it wasn't a rock, because that would have caused a lot more damage. But you would not believe how loud this one thing was. All I did was hit a trash can that was very out of place. The homeowner should not have poked their trash can out that far. And I couldn't believe how loud it was. Thoughts?
You don't want to hear my thoughts because I think that would
Yeah.
you'd feel bad.
Say it.
You just hit a trash can. Like, what more is there to say? You just hit a trash can.
I told you.
Was
that.
your mirror destroyed, or was that just what you were
Yeah,
thinking?
it's cracked off in the driveway.
I did not even notice.
It's right here. Right here.
That is actually a mirror, yeah.
Yeah.
How about that? That's crazy.
So my dad and I fixed it today. My dad fixed it today. I helped. Thank you, Dad.
Shout out to Dad.
Shout out my boy, Dad.
That's what I think this podcast needs. Just more shout outs.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'd like to do a quick shout out to Christina Applegate.
is she funny?
I'd like to do a quick shout out to Chumley from Pawn Stars.
And then we'll just like edit it so it's like sprinkled throughout the
Yeah.
podcast. Shout out to blind people. You're the real heroes.
No, but it should be mid-sentence, too. Hey, shout out BP. Those animals deserve to die.
Thanks, BP.
We both took sips of our drinks before you said that.
Alright, talk about your tech.
Oh yeah, okay. I got a Google Home, the small one, right? The like 50.
Yeah, the donut-shaped one.
It's not donut shaped if it doesn't have a hole in it. It's just a circle.
Got him.
You're so mad right now, John.
Yeah, see, it's little things like that bug me. Like, you could come up to me and punch me in the gut and I wouldn't care. But, like, you say something like that is not okay.
I don't know, I feel like you'd be a little pissed if you...
Yeah, no, I would. That was
David Holt?
hyperbole. Dude, David Holt will not punch me.
Oh, he's punched me so many times for no reason.
I think he fears me. I don't know why, but he's got to be scared of me. Yeah, I asserted my dominance over Ben one time.
By, like,
That sounded so bad.
you going into the shower.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just peed on him in the shower. I didn't do that.
I didn't say you did. Just kidding, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Why are you getting so defensive, John?
Yeah,
Jeez.
John, come on.
All right, I have the small Google Home that doesn't look like a donut. It looks like a circle because it is a circle. And I was alone. I was playing Apex, and then I see, oh my god, it turned on. I'm like, what? I haven't made any noise. The only noise has been like clickety clackety click. And
Whoa, dude. Fire.
dude, I've got a mechanical keyboard.
No, but like the way
Okay.
you spit that was so like crisp.
Yeah.
Wickety wickety whack.
Can we spend the rest of this episode talking like designer?
Okay, so I see it turns on. I'm like, why are you doing that? And I over the course of a month, I realized it's doing that a lot. Then I found out you could go to your recordings and see what it was listening to, right? Because it records everything you've ever said to it.
Whoa.
It was through the app.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said why.
No, I said whoa.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so through the app anyway.
Shocking.
You can see everything. It's recorded of you, and it was turning on every morning at 4, and listening to me breathing while I slept.
I was listening to you going, brah!
That's what I do in my sleep. I unplugged it because of that, because that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my story.
I don't think my Amazon Alexa really listens. Well,
It definitely
does.
does.
But like,
It listens to everything.
I don't care because like I don't say anything like private in my room.
I don't say anything private, but it's like weird for it to listen to me sleeping. And like, what happens when I am, plotting against the government, and they do send that
in a
in?
different room.
Yeah, I guess
Just kidding. The microphones on those things are pretty good.
they are.
I think they're already listening to us through our phones.
Yeah, they have the thing. It sends out your phone. I think it was in a WikiLeaks that it's like your phone can ping out a signal that you can't hear, but the phone can hear, so it uses it to map your room.
Dang. Shout out Edward Snowden.
Oh, dude, I have yet to see that movie.
Dude, I haven't
seen
either.
it either.
Oh.
We're just 3 people who haven't seen that movie.
Making a reference
That
to a
should-
movie
that
that
should-
you haven't seen.
That should be. That actually.
Can any of
happened.
us name the movie?
Have you seen the
Snowden.
Snowden?
Snowden.
No, but
right.
Snowden was like a real person.
Oh, that was a real thing?
Yes.
You don't know that?
Yeah, he's like.
Dude, I thought it was a fictional movie. That's terrifying.
No,
No,
why he
dude.
fled to Russia? Like he's
Yeah.
actually a real person.
Oh my God.
He's the guy that leaked all the NSA stuff.
That's terrifying. I did
And-
not know that was real.
Major shout out to John Oliver with Last Week Tonight. He
Wow.
tracked him down and interviewed Edward Snowden
Wow.
in an episode that is like so like gutsy. We almost forget about it.
Where is he?
Moscow.
Moscow. That's dope.
I can't even believe he agreed to that interview.
He's done a lot of interviews.
Dude, I mean, that's probably like.
Yeah,
Oh.
the news.
Speaking of interviews, have you seen The Interview?
No.
Yeah,
That's a great movie. Like, you'd think it'd just be like a dumb comedy, but it's like.
pretty
Very,
good.
very good movie.
Yeah.
Another movie with both Seth Rogen and James Franco, Pineapple Express. Again, you'd think it'd be some dumb stoner movie. Decent flick.
Another James Franco Seth Rogen movie that Justin and I watched together was The Disaster Artist.
That's a good movie too.
I really enjoyed that one.
I haven't seen it.
No, it's about Pete. Take over.
Tommy Wiseau. Pretty much the guy who wrote and directed The Room, which is widely regarded as one of the worst films of all time. And
Oh, I know what you're.
the movie's The Disaster Artist is
Yeah.
essentially about the making of that movie.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa. I love that movie.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. No, I love the clip where he goes in to buy flowers.
Yeah.
And it's completely voiced over.
You're my favorite customer. Thanks, bye.
Hi, doggy. Oh, I didn't recognize you.
Oh, so I was watching the like these fake Disney movies,
Okay.
right? So what it is like I think it's probably Chinese companies, right? They make these like fake versions of popular like Disney movies and Pixar movies, and then they sell them with really similar covers and titles, and it's like to trick people into actually. So I think it's a lot of like grandparents thinking they're buying their kids Toy Story when they're buying their kids Toy Adventures and stuff like that. So I started with like
It's like the generic.
That's what the
brand.
Yakuza is up to right now.
Yeah.
Like, they don't do it like any actual real crime. They just pirate movies badly.
So there's this one like I don't watch like the whole like this is like something I like watching with my brother because they're just weird. Like no, I don't watch any of these with my brother. Why did I say that? I've only watched these alone in my room. And no, so there's one. It's like the knockoff of Planes. Like I don't watch the whole thing. I skip through it because they're weird. But it cuts to a dance number. So this is like the knockoff of Planes came out in like 2015, right? Which I think Planes like ties into Cars or something. But in the middle of it, they break out into like a dance number, all of the planes and the cars and stuff, to Numa Numa, like the 2004 meme. Which like I don't know if they were trying to like attract a European audience or something, but that made my day.
You were one of the few people who saw the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, I saw that with Cameron. I felt bad for the parents that went there to like actually take their kids to a movie because it was me, Cameron, and Mitchell.
Major shout out to Cameron, by the way.
Shout out to Cameron.
Watching the Emoji Movie. That's a classic.
Watching that, did you think like it must be one of those knockoff movies?
No, the Emoji Movie was something else. Because the Emoji Movie is what happens when you get a bunch of shareholders in a room and they decide they're gonna make a movie.
What do kids like?
Progressive values. Dude, in the middle of it, like scenes that have nothing to do with anything. They're like, the girl emoji is like, they're like, how do we get out of here? And she's like, men are always taking credit for things women do. And then they don't elaborate at all.
So I'm like a big like film guy. Like I like making movies.
That sounds like it was supposed to be so much of a more like elongated scene that it just got like cut. Like,
well, they probably like did it. They're like, nah, it's stupid.
No. This was just made by Sharon.
We don't need to hear about
There
that.
was no director. They just had like a board meeting like 1 year, and they're like, let's storyboard this, man. Like at the Sony, like at the top of like a giant high rise. They're in there. They've got like their assistants coming in with like coffee, telling them their stocks.
Yeah.
And they're like, I've got an idea. You know what the people love now? Progressive values. And then like they added that in, and they're like, wait, what if we had like hackers represent the underclasses that are mistreated by the police? And then this guy's like, oh my god, that's the best idea you've had.
No, I imagine like some bigwig, like Republican, like boss, almost monopolist.
Yeah.
Just like watching the final cut of that movie before it's released, seeing that scene and being like, who wrote this? Fire them right now. And then they only kept in that part.
Dude, I'm just envisioning like Kingpin from the animated Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
How's this gonna bring my wife back?
Yeah, so I'm like a big film movie guy, like making movies, and I was watching this video on how not to open up a movie, and it was just the intro to the Emoji Movie.
Like literally, I think when they made that, they were like, "What do kids like?" Like the one guy's like, "Apps." They're like, "Oh, dude, what if they went to email? What if all the characters went to email, and then they went to Skype, and then they go to the cloud, and it's like the city that we live in?" They're like, "Dude, this is like a bunch of executives like
On DMT.
on DMT, yeah." That's what it's like to trip on DMT.
They just think
It's
of
the emoji. Like being on your phone while you're on DMT just is the emoji movie.
I hear it only lasts like 15
It's like
minutes.
15 minutes. Yeah, I've heard Joe Rogan talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
He says it's 15 to 30 minutes. There's this thing I saw that it was like they think that. Who's the Ten Commandments guy? Moses. Yeah. Okay. So you know the tree that he sat under. They tell you what kind of tree it is.
or as Pete likes to call him, Moses.
I don't like to call him that.
I don't like that joke.
I've never said that in my life, man.
Yeah, like the tree he sat under. I don't
I had
think.
to throw you under the bus in case
Yeah,
that
no,
joke
you
didn't
wanted
go well.
to you say that joke. So you just threw my name in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
What did you say
okay.
about Moses?
Like so they specify what kind of tree he sat under, and I don't remember what kind it is. But like that they found that it has a chemical within it, like in the leaves, that's super similar to DMT. And it's the same with like Buddha. That these people that have all these like big religious significances
Yeah.
could have been like found it like because they think they're talking to God, right? Like
Well, I hear
what if it's
DMT, like
DMT. What if that
people
connects
who
you?
take DMT often find it like very religious and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if they're like atheists, they end up believing in God or like.
And a lot of times they end up on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Hey, speaking of Joe Rogan, I wanted to say this while you were talking about your Google Home. I watched the whole episode with Marquez Brownlee, one of my favorite YouTubers, and he's a very good tech reviewer. He basically justified the thing that you're afraid of, which is having them listen to you and having these big tech companies collect all this information about you. And he said this within the context of their location services, but it applies here.
Yeah.
He said, essentially, if they're going to know all this stuff about me, I might as well get something out of it. So I don't mind having like traffic updates for how long it's going to take me to get home, even if I've never told them my home address, because they know that about me. So I might as well get something out of it.
Yeah, I really disagree with that.
Dude, it sounded foolproof to me.
That is not. That's like being a shill for a corporation, like that's pretty.
I thought it was a pretty good argument.
I mean, it's not a bad argument. Like, yeah, they're taking data on you, but like the idea should be like, well, firstly that you get some kind of data protection, like from the government or something. That's a big thing. I don't know. Do you hear about
Do you think that's going to be like the next civil rights movement?
That's not a civil rights issue. That's a privacy issue. That's like a political issue, not really a social issue.
Okay.
That's cool though. But you ever try DMT?
Bro, that's crazy. Hey Jamie, can you pull up pictures of DMT art? that was what I was watching.
Hey Jamie, pull up that video of the monkey eating its poop.
Dude, I wish Kanye would do it. They're like, he's like smoking a joint, and he's like, "So, Kanye, your wife did a sex tape with Ray J."
Jamie, can you pull that up?
So, anyways, Kanye, here we go. You got it, Jamie?
Jamie, just here. I'll send you the link.
Do you think Kanye's seen it?
Oh,
Probably.
Yeah,
that was before the.
probably.
I don't know.
Probably before.
That's
they
how
were,
she got
married.
famous,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, her family was famous.
Her family was
her
famous, but
father
like
was
the reason
a-
she
a-
was famous.
Her father was an attorney on the OJ case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. I was watching this video about this.
his
OJ's not dead.
Yeah, R&B to his victims.
Dude, why? That's the
Victim.
second search when you type in "is OJ Simpson?" No, it's when did OJ Simpson? Because I want to see when he got out of prison. Because he's on Twitter now.
Yeah.
Talking to my mom about that. And second search result was when did OJ Simpson, and it's died.
Oh.
Wow.
So he's a body double.
I was watching
Only
this
conclusion.
thing about this like sports interviewer, like a sportscaster, and he wanted to do an interview with OJ about football.
Yeah.
And this was like after he got released. And so he's like, he goes down, he talks with OJ, he starts doing the interview. Everything goes well, but they do like, every 30 minutes or so, they'll take like a 5-minute break to change lenses or something. And so during one of those breaks, OJ leans in and just goes, "Do you think I did it?" And the guy goes, "Did what?" And he goes, "Do you think I killed my wife?" And the guy just goes, "Yes." And then the producers are like, "All right, we're ready to shoot again." And so he had to finish the rest of the interview with OJ just like pissed off, like staring at him. Jamie, pull that up.
No, my dad was telling me. So he was I think he was getting like stationed in Hawaii or whatever, and so he's at the airport getting ready to go, and they had to close down the airport because OJ Simpson was in a low speed chase with the police because he's driving his Bronco at the speed limit, and he was followed by like 30 cops, and they had to close down the airport so that he wouldn't flee the country or something. The glove doesn't fit.
If the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
I hope that like the court cases we don't hear about have like catchy slogans like that all the time. I'm gonna run to the restroom.
Oh, go ahead.
Don't fall in.
Hello, Twitter world.
OJ's Twitter's pretty cool though. Like it just makes me want to like hang out with OJ.
Shout out to OJ's Twitter.
Shout out OJ.
Not OJ. OJ's Twitter.
Is the real OJ 32 OJ's Twitter?
My imagination that Yang and Gabbard are the only two who know how to follow the rules of this debate.
I disagree with that because Joe Biden stopped talking every time he was supposed to. Did you notice that? Did you watch
I
it?
didn't watch the Democratic debates because I think the Democratic Party right now is a joke. There's, 22 nominees?
So you're waiting until it boils down to
Yeah,
a few?
sure. I mean, I'll take a look. Again, like I said, I'm not smart enough to vote, but I am smart enough to see that watching a debate with 22 people is not worth my time.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I watched them, so I guess I disagree with that. But you should vote. It's your first time.
The first time special for everyone.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Throw on that Voice to Men music and get it on in that voting booth.
Oh, yeah, you had to say that.
Yeah.
I don't think I would Do it to Boys to Men.
Marvin Gaye and Get It On.
Putting that out. Marvin Gaye, maybe I'd do it to Marvin Gaye. Don't know if I'd vote to Marvin Gaye.
I'd vote to Redbone.
I'd vote to Redbone.
I'd do anything
I'd
to
do it.
Redbone.
Yeah, I'd do it to Redbone. But I don't know if a candidate catches my eye, if I really am passionate about a candidate, I will vote. But otherwise, it's just not for me.
Well, I think if you have a strong preference over one candidate than the other, like, you know it's going to boil down to two of them, and you know who the first one's going to be. We're not saying his name because we don't want to split our audience. But if you have a strong preference for the other person, go for it. Yeah.
I'm back.
What up, John?
Hey, John, you're voting, right?
Probably not.
Dang it.
Nice, bro.
Hey, I just converted
Give me
you.
Okay, didn't you
I
hear me?
literally just said if I have a strong preference, which I have no feelings
Dude,
towards any
I
candidate whatsoever.
went on a
Dude,
like a 30-second
I know
rant.
that's not true.
If
Like-
I think one's like really cute, I'll probably vote for them.
Oh, Tulsi Gabbard.
Dude, no.
Ocasio-Cortez. for
AOC,
sure.
dude.
Yeah,
I hope
she
she
is.
runs.
Hey, look how cute I look in my ID photo, though.
Dude, my ID photo looks like
Dang.
a mugshot. I didn't smile.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, dude, I wish I could, because I'm ugly now, I wish I could keep that one. I peaked end of sophomore year.
Dude, look at this. And it smile, and it looks like a mugshot.
You look miserable in this
Dude,
photo.
look, yeah, well, because I'm at the DMV for 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, I waited in line. I forgot, like, one of the proofs of Texas residency, and they made me go back home. So I drove 45 minutes back home.
And you're still this happy?
Oh, dude,
I
okay.
smiled, dude. I mean,
Okay, signing up for the thing, I found out that I needed some form. She kept our appointment, and then we drove to like a post office and printed it out and came back. Then I get the form. So after waiting, like at least we had to wait in the line outside. And after 5 hours, I finally get to take my driver's test, and I fail it in the first 30 seconds because
Oh my
I brushed
goodness.
the curb.
That must be so
No,
frustrating.
dude, this was the funniest thing. I'm not even kidding, because like I told my mom, she's like, my mom's like, why are you laughing? I'm like, because this just happened.
Oh, yeah. This is what my photo looks like. I look downright excited to be there.
You are so excited.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been there?
Not long.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that explains it.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I signed up online and I was like...
dude, I signed up
Oh, you
online.
did the wait in line online thing?
And this woman who was like directing the line outside the door was like, please just wait your turn, go to the end of the line. And I was like,
No.
Exactly. Like, ma'am, I got papers. I'm supposed to be here. She's like, go right ahead.
Beat her, you punch her in the face. She just goes, please get to the back of the line. And you're just like, no!
Even funnier is I was taking this picture. I failed my test this day. There was an old couple who was like, this old lady was like she was like ready to get this over with, whatever she had to do at the DMV. And she was like, or this was actually DPS office. Not that there's a difference. Anyways, she was like waiting, and she was like, I'm still here. And the employees were like, yeah, we know, ma'am, we'll get to you in a second. And she was like, okay, well, can I at least bring my passenger in so he doesn't have to wait? And they're like, yes, ma'am, go ahead. And it's her husband, who's like equally 80 years old. And so just as it's time for me to take my picture, I'm going to have to act this out.
Okay.
They're like, ma'am, we're ready for you. And, oh, wait. And because they realized I was taking the picture, and the woman didn't hear, oh, wait. And she just goes right in front of the camera. And then...
See, I like that the people
She
listening.
plug walks in front of the camera. She crip walking.
Yeah. And then her husband is still behind her, so she's like... and her husband's like, oh, I'm waiting. And then she's like, no. And he was like, oh, okay, I'll go.
Separation anxiety.
Yeah.
Just crip walking across. She's like...
And then I swear he like looks back for some reason and then keeps going. And my mom and I are just standing there cracking up. Like, how long do we have to wait on these old people to cross the road in front of us?
Old people are funny, dude.
No, I gotta start a podcast now.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And it's just gonna be me rambling.
I'm gonna be on it.
No, it's gonna just be me.
Oh. I can't.
I'll-
Can I be your
yes.
Jamie?
I'll have.
I wanna be your
no,
Jamie.
I'll have a guest eventually,
Okay.
but like I gotta build up a base, a cult.
Yeah.
I gotta build up a cult.
John's got like a cult following. Yeah. No, I've been thinking about you recently, John, because
Dude, thank you.
I've been thinking about your weird ass dog with anxiety.
Oh yeah, the one that takes
The one that's on Zans. Yeah. I found out recently that I was reading an article.
Yeah.
Dogs who have anxiety issues enjoy listening to reggae and ska.
Yeah,
So,
my
you can just put on some Bob Marley or some Ziggy for your dog.
no,
Riley.
my dog gets scared of me when there's any noises. So I don't think she'd be okay listening to music. Dude, we got a broken dog. That's what we got. We bought a broken dog. We find out when we first found out about it, it was like my dad's friend from work's like, oh hey, they're selling like Belgian Malinois. I had no idea what that was. That's like the cop dogs or like border dogs or whatever. They're like German shepherds with short hair, and like oh dude, that sounds cool. And then we get there and they're like pretty good. We pick out a dog, and then we come back the next week to get it, and she seemed like a like a puppy, like might be kind of nervous around like a bunch of big people and bigger dogs,
Mm-hmm.
And then like later on she just started developing anxiety problems, which like how does that happen to a dog? Like so my grandpa came over, and so it takes her really long. It takes like a week for her to get used to you, right?
Your grandma?
My grandpa, right? She finally warms up to my grandpa. Then one day he wears a suit before we're going to church.
Yeah.
She wasn't okay with him ever again after that. She was mad at the suit. She was scared of it, right? And so anytime there's a thunderstorm, she goes upstairs. We don't let the dogs go upstairs. That's just like what we do because downstairs is bad enough to clean, and so that's kind of what we do. But she whenever there's a thunderstorm, she runs upstairs and like will hide under one of our desks or hide under a bed. And then we try to get her out, and she just pees herself. Or anytime the mailman comes, she pees herself. So first we got her a thunder shirt, which is a shirt you put like how like babies like to be wrapped up to get comfortable. It's one of those for a dog
to swaddle your dog
for when it's raining. That didn't work good enough. It worked sort of, but she would eat her bed. She ate her bed whenever there was a storm.
That's terrible.
She wanted, yeah. So she's allowed to have a bed now because she doesn't chew it.
At the same time, it's like I can relate.
You eat your bed.
My strange addiction.
I'm addicted to eating bed.
That's actually one of the reason I started eating your mattress is because I finished mine. That was a good one. Dude, I didn't know that the TLC was the Learning Channel.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, with Honey Boo Boo. Oh, wait, so anyway, our dog, we take her to the vet, and they're like, anytime we go to the vet, she pees herself. She pees on the scale. She pees when the doctor comes. It's really bad.
Yeah.
And like she's a pretty good dog, but like we got a broken one because like Malinois is not like that at all.
Yeah.
Like we take her to a trainer, and like that didn't go good. Like I mean it went good enough to where like she knows like commands and stuff, and like she got pretty like she got used to him eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But like the first week she escaped, which he had never had happen before. Because Malinois was like they're athletic, like they can jump over like I think up to like an 8-foot fence, like crazy, like if they're trained to do it, right? So like my dog could probably jump. We have like a 5-foot fence. My dog could probably jump that if she realized she could, kind of thing.
Yeah. If she just knew that it was in her the whole time.
Yeah.
Dude, that's literally any like Christian sports movie.
It was inside of you all along.
Yeah. Air Bud. I remember in like 3rd grade I saw Space Buddies. That movie was
Dope movie.
That was a dope movie, dude. The dogs went into space.
Dude, I didn't see it at the
that.
Oscars that year. I was kind of pissed.
Yeah.
Still waiting on that Oscar.
Dude,
From any Air Bud movie.
speaking of movies, how
He's dead now.
Damn, bro.
I'm sorry. That dog, it's dead.
Way to lay it on me.
Fun fact, it was the same dog from Full House. Comment? How do we both remember that dog's name? That show wasn't even on in our
Watch Full
lifetime.
House.
Dude, I watched that
Oh.
on Nickelodeon every
Nick at
day
Night.
after like 7:30.
Shout out to Nick at Night.
If you're like up or like you can't sleep, you've seen Full House.
No, if you're up and you can't sleep, you've gone to the History Channel at least once. Dude, that's what I always watch. Whenever, like, it'll be, or like sometimes like.
Remember after the Justin Timberlake concert, you were staying over at my house, and sorry, you weren't a part of this, Pete.
Yeah, no invite.
Yeah, and we were watching Ancient Aliens.
Oh, dope show.
Yeah.
Very dope.
Shout out Ancient Aliens.
Dude, so I guess the 1920s are about to start. So like
2020s?
I guess the 2020s are about to start.
Quote of the day from John.
So I guess like
I guess.
So anyway, my point is, so once I'm out of college, I'm gonna move to the Great Lakes, and I'm gonna become like a apprentice to this guy that owns a ship, and then we're gonna travel the world. And before
what
the
do you
next
mean the Great Lakes and travel the world?
no before we're gonna you go out of the Great
separate
Lakes
events.
on his boat, right?
Okay.
And this is after I fight in the World War. And I meet my love, but we can't be together due to class issues.
Oh my god, you're just talking about the Great Gatsby.
So we travel the world. Then
Why did that take me so long to catch on?
then he yeah, because I started with the Great Lakes. That was like a paragraph. Then we get back to New York, and I buy a yellow Rolls Royce and call everyone Old Sport. But I'm not gonna make the mistakes Gatsby made. I'm not going in my pool alone.
Nah, yeah, that's good.
That's it. I'll have a guard.
Or let like
I'll have a guard
drive your
for
car.
when my
Whoa.
That was the whole point of the
Wait, what is it?
The
What'd you
book.
say?
I just said don't let a woman drive your car.
Yeah, so I was about to say, like, if I do let a woman drive my car and she happens to run over a poor man's wife, I will make sure to have a security guard on my property.
Don't go in your pool alone.
Hey, old sport, wanna fly on my hydroplane?
I really enjoyed that book, actually.
That was the first one I enjoyed this year because we read The Scarlet Letter, The Crucible.
Did not enjoy either of those books.
The Crucible's terrible. And then we had to write an essay on it, and then I wasn't allowed to write about McCarthyism. She's like, no, you can't. That's not what it's about. I'm like, you literally told us that was what it was about.
That is what it's about.
And then she's like, no. And then I had to write about, like, dude, I don't know. I had a crazy English teacher.
You had Miss Crest, right?
Miss Kress, yeah. Dude, we had a class average of like a 70 something, which doesn't make sense.
No, that's not good. Have you ever actually met someone who believes that women are bad drivers?
You're talking to one. No, I'm kidding. I don't know because
So
like
scary.
here's what I think is that with young because like I think most people once they get experience they're fine, right?
Yeah.
Like really for the most part, and then once you get old enough, then it starts going downhill. But like young people, this is total overgeneralization and stereotyping. But like young people in general are bad drivers. There's a reason men pay more and young men have higher insurance rates. And I think that's just because they do stupid stuff. I don't think it's because they're bad drivers. I think on the opposite sex, I don't know, maybe less hand-eye coordination or something because they didn't play t-ball.
Look, I think,
Okay.
especially living in the woodlands, I have known several girls in the
With
woodlands
expensive cars.
with very expensive cars that have gotten into accidents and totaled their cars and had to just buy a new car the next day. Because it's the woodlands, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out. No, I'm not gonna name names.
Hey, shout out this list I have on my phone.
But no, it's crazy. That really is the type of affluence that
we
living
live in
around.
such a bubble. Like
Yeah.
I live. It's
Yeah.
so it's like moving here. I was like, this place is weird. Like like there's something just like off. Like no suicides.
People
happen.
stare.
There are no suicides. here.
I've never heard anyone kill themselves.
What is a suicide?
I don't even know who's the suicide boys. Come on. And so
we will not allow them in our.
they're not coming here. No, and if they do, we're not writing about it.
But you ever notice that like people stare? Like you walk into a Starbucks and people like
Dude, I
look at
stare
you
at
and
people.
stare.
Dude, I judge everyone.
I had a friend this morning. I was checking out her Snapchat story, and she posted pictures, little doodles that she drew of other people in Starbucks. And she was talking about how she like had to like only take a few glances so she didn't stare at them, and then they would stare back. They're pretty funny drawings.
Yeah. One of my biggest pet peeves ever. I've actually been in conversations with guys who say that women can't be funny.
Women can't be funny.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
people
mean,
say that
okay.
just to be controversial.
I
know,
know
I
several
hate
funny
that
women.
so
I
much.
do too.
Me too.
Amy Schumer is not one of them.
I I have yet to laugh at one of her stand-ups, but I think
Vagina.
I think her skits are very clever.
It's because she doesn't write her skits. She has a team writing her
All right,
skits.
fine. But that is, I hate being in that argument because I shouldn't even have to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course they can be funny. Several of them are.
I know at least like 3 or 4 funny women. So
That's not enough.
Have you ever talked to my grandma? She has Alzheimer's.
I'm so ready to have Alzheimer's because Alzheimer's like runs in my family, so I'm
Runs
just
in mine,
really
too.
excited to not remember anything.
I won't remember the war.
Yeah. Or like
My girlfriend running over someone in a yellow Rolls Royce and then them trying to come kill me, her husband.
are Rolls Royces still expensive?
Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
Well, I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, no, they are.
Damn.
Even Bill, what's his name? The super,
Bill Gates.
no, comedian.
Nah.
Bill
Burr.
Oh, Bill Burr. Bill
Yes,
Burr.
thank you. Even he has said, yes, obviously they can be funny. It doesn't matter. Just get up there and tell your jokes. Like, he's made several jokes, like, that could be seen as at the expense of women. And if someone like him can say, just like straightforward, not joking, that they can be funny, why doesn't everyone believe that?
People just say that to be controversial because that really bugs like progressive people.
So
That's
I'm
the only reason you're taking the bait.
okay. Well, I'm glad we settled this. I'm not going to take the bait for that anymore.
Yeah, no, like you just if someone says that, you just ignore it because you don't take the bait. That's bait for them to to drag you into a conversation that you don't want to be in.
All right. It's hard to tell that the person is joking.
Yeah, well, they might not be joking, but they're trying to bait you into like a political debate or something, which I hate people like that.
Now that I think about it, I never enjoyed talking to that person.
Dude, who is it though? You gotta give him a shout out.
Name, shout out.
I want names. Listen, me too.
I'm gonna join the Me Too movement.
I'm not ready. Okay, one day I'll
You
say that person's name.
throw some names out.
Tarantino.
Nice.
You know he did. I feel like
Tarantino definitely said stuff like that. I feel like he's a very hardcore sexist.
no. I think he's just like, hey, take off your shoes before casting.
Shoot.
Well, no, in the
He actually, Kill Bill.
yeah.
He was like, oh no, this is a very progressive movie. And then this woman was like, why does it have to be so violent? And he's like, because I made it that way. And she's like,
yeah.
but it's showing all these young women that it's okay to kill. And he's like, it's showing young women that women can be powerful and strong too. And she's like, yeah, but it's so violent. And he's like, I made it, and I made it good, and I'm shutting your ass down. And
Dude, I love Kill Bill.
beautiful. Dude, I love the second Kill Bill and the first Kill Bill.
They're both good.
First Kill Bill, I think,
well,
was a better movie.
they were shot together.
Yeah.
Like they're made to be one movie.
Oh, just like this podcast.
Kill Bill 3 is also coming up, but he's waiting for Uma
For them
Thurman
to be-
get older.
No, Uma Thurman said she'd never do a Tarantino again.
Oh, that's not what I heard.
Yeah, because during this, because she did Pulp Fiction and then those two, I don't know if she did any other, but I
No,
guess
it's just
in the shooting of the second one, you know, the stunt with the car.
Yes.
You know that, yeah, she got in an accident when she said she didn't feel safe doing it in the first place, that she wanted a double, and then like that was the first thing, and then there was the the part where they're digging her grave or whatever,
Yes.
and then the Texas or like the redneckish.
Bill's brother?
Yeah, it's Bill's brother, yeah. And he like spits on her or something. Tarantino was actually the one that spit on her because he wanted to do it right. And she was like not cool
No
with
way.
that.
Oh, that's-
Yeah. And so that's why she said she'd like never do one again. But
That's
then he's
really weird.
like, I've been talking to her. She's probably gonna do one. So I don't know. Because I think the daughter, I think it's supposed to be about her or something.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But I don't know if they can call it Kill Bill.
Because he's...
Because he's
spoiler
killed.
alert, it came out like, what, 10 years ago?
10 years ago,
Kill
Bill.
Bill.
Bill does get killed.
In the second one.
I need to see Kill Bill sometime. So should we do some closing segments?
Oh, again? Oh,
This is gonna be 2 podcasts, bro.
Alright, closing
Closing
statements.
statements.
All right.
Closing ceremony.
All right. So my endorsement is Herschel. Herschel makes some of the most quality wallets and backpacks ever. And at the end of this school year, I bought the Pop Quiz backpack in the Raven Crosshatch colorway. You look at this fabric, it just looks like it was made by someone who knows what they're doing. And I got this matching wallet to prove it, to prove something, I don't know what. But I got it on sale, both of them on sale on Amazon. Couldn't be happier with my purchase. So, Herschel.
Shout out Herschel.
Hey, my endorsement goes to Anadarko because they're closing down and being bought by Warren Buffett.
Shout out Anadarko.
Shout out Anadarko. Shout out the company
Warren Buffett.
that controls the woodlands.
All right.
Hey, shout out Woodlands Township Corporation.
All right, next segment. What are you listening to? I am listening to The Breakfast Club in the morning because I just love they're just very real, you know. Their discussions, they talk about the issues that are important to them. And if there's, they're probably like one of the last good radio shows that you can, you know, still enjoy.
Besides this.
Well, we're a podcast.
Oh. I thought we were live right now.
Yeah. If you need an episode to start, I would recommend the one with Carl Lentz, Pastor Carl Lentz to you. His interview on The Breakfast Club was pretty good, I would say. Pete, what are you listening to?
I already mentioned Italian music, right?
Yeah, you did.
Shout out Italian music. I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of my dad droning on and on. Oh my god, man, that guy can talk.
So everybody go listen to Pete's dad.
Hey, shout out my dad.
They're just a line outside of your house.
Just dropping little nuggets of
Pete,
wisdom.
why is everyone here?
Is that really what you
Pete,
want
get down here.
to be your answer to this? Like, should we just leave it at that?
Yeah, man, I don't care. I mean,
Alright,
like,
John, your turn.
Alright,
That's
I've been
all
listening
right.
to Vaporwave, and you guys are hip and cool, so you should know what that is.
Simpson wave.
Yeah.
We don't.
You don't know what Vaporwave is?
Nope.
Dude, it's like
Tell
it
us.
like mixes like corporate sounds from like the 90s and 80s. They made music out of it. Like you know those pictures with like Fiji water and like Roman statues and stuff?
You've literally never heard of
Have
Vaporwave.
you never been on the internet?
Dude, just look
Sorry.
up chill hop beats to study
That's
slash
not
election.
Vaporwave. That's
Pretty-
that's lo-fi chill hop. Okay,
Okay.
Vaporwave is what we were listening to in my
It's
car.
chill wave. You can count that as
Yeah, Vaporwave is a subgenre of chill wave.
Oh,
Like-
no,
like
it's
stuff
not. I
like
think
this?
chill wave is a subgenre of vaporwave.
That's not a good one.
Well,
Well,
our
that's-
viewers can't see that picture, so
Google Vaporwave and look at the pictures.
Hey, shout out vaporwave.
And then I also listened to a bunch of during school especially I listened to a lot of Jazztronica, which is like this '90s jazz movement. I think it started in San Francisco. That they it's like a mixture of jazz and electronic music, and it's really good.
nice.
That's it. Yeah.
Do you listen to that in real school or in art school?
Dude, I listen to podcasts in art school most of it.
All right,
But,
what's the one
Shout out
thing
to podcasts.
John and Hitler
In
have
general.
apart? John got into art school, baby.
That's the only difference.
All right, smooth transition into our final segment, Proud Christian Moments. Sometimes you only see him once in a week. Sometimes you see him a lot.
Yeah.
You just got to be looking for him because he's always there. All right, so our final segment, once again, is Proud Christian Moments. My proud Christian moment, these two. Pete,
You just
John.
stole mine. You stole that from me.
Nah, but I have my own reason, okay?
Okay.
And this covers both of yours in case you don't have answers.
So,
which John
alright,
apparently-
yeah, I don't know.
Okay. A few weeks ago, I was out doing my trash can cleaning business, making that money, and we had plans to go to dinner together. And I was like, you guys, I don't know. The trash hasn't been picked up yet. I might be off schedule. And Pete was like, oh, dude, we can help you. And I was like, really? That would be great. And this all took place over Snapchat. And he was like, yeah. Just, as soon as I get out of my work. And John's like, yeah, as soon as I get out of art school, I can probably help you too. And I was like, boys, that would be so nice. That would really help us get to dinner on time. And that would just be exactly what we need. And sure enough, they came through. We split the money. And we went to dinner that night. So thank you.
See, here's the thing. I actually didn't know that this was multiple trash cans. I thought you were like, I'm not going to finish cleaning my trash can.
man.
So we're like, we're going to help. And then we show up, we realize, oh, we're cleaning all of these. But you know what? We backed up the Brinks truck, got a bunch of money, went to dinner, and it didn't make a dent. It didn't make a dent. Yeah, I just ripped that from the Crystalia podcast. It's like,
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah. Especially when we were just walking down the street to our next house.
Oh yeah, dude. She paid us like $10 extra. That's dope.
Yeah.
she's like, hey, take this stuff
Move
out
all
of the
this
bed.
trash out of her. Like,
You want to tell it?
no, you can.
Wait, but I'm confused. That added a bunch. She just had
Let me let him know what's going on. So basically, we were walking down the street to our next house, next trash can, and Pete sees this woman getting out of her car and into her house, and he's like, "Hey, ma'am, you want your trash cans cleaned?" And she was like, "How much?"
I think it went a little bit more like this. Hey, yo, shawty, those trash cans looking dirty. You need some cleaning, girl. And so I was like, $10 a can. She goes, I'll pay you. How much extra did she pay us?
like
20.
30.
She paid us
or
$20 extra to just move all this crap out of the back of her truck into her garage.
But you know what's weird is she had all that in her truck and it rained the night, but like no,
so-
it
there were, like,
rained. It
snails in
rained.
there,
It rained a
dude.
couple weeks ago, and like she just had trash still in the back of her truck.
It was really great. Like, it smelled and there were snails. But
Anyways.
we got $20. So.
Yes, that was.
She's like, "You boys did a nice job," and I'm like, Do you think French people are like, oh?
And that was so cool that we got that extra opportunity just because you asked. Thank you guys for listening to the Mountains Podcast. If you enjoyed that, please be sure to subscribe on whatever platform you're using. And while you're at it, go ahead and follow our new Instagram page at the Mountains Pod. Same handle as our Twitter, so go check that out. All right, tune in next week.